fuck nuts. I've been through a lot, you know? And then, I just really never feel good physically, and then I don't feel good mentally, and then, I wasn't prepared for reading this shit today. I didn't know that I wasn't prepared. I mean, I did this shit every single day of my life. And so why I wasn't prepared to see it, I don't know. So here's, okay. So he had told me that the counselors that I manipulated him, that I went on purpose, that I wanted it to happen, of course, and that I was just manipulating and trying to get him to kill himself by saying that I really, in fact, had not wanted it to happen. Because I went so obviously I wanted it to happen against my will. And I was like, that's fucking painful. I don't know if, it would I'm almost certain, maybe, I'm not certain about anything. But maybe maybe this is, maybe that conversation, I feel like I wasn't chatting with him on the phone a whole lot after I left Vegas. I mean, we were texting nonstop as usual. But maybe we weren't chatting as much on the phone. If I'm remembering correctly, who the fuck knows, right? Because I was having a mental collapse as well from the shit that had happened to me. And then him, you know, losing his fucking mind and then having to deal with that. And then he I have to go feed my cats, and then I am gonna come back, and I have a lot to do, and I don't want to do any of it. I don't really need to do any of it. I'm insane. It's kind of the end of the story here. But I should go back and look and see, because I know that there's all kinds of shit that has taken place in the last 3 days, a year ago. Anyway, I feel like, what? Yeah, because I was really not feeling good. And I kept telling him that I wasn't feeling good and I needed to talk less. And he never gives a shit. He doesn't give a shit if you don't fucking feel good. And so, it's probably in text, wherever the fuck the other part of this conversation is. But then he had sent me this that says, because I told him that I was not manipulating him, and how dare him. And then I fucking called Larry, screaming and crying. And I was like, how dare you tell him that I manipulated him when I just had that the fuck happen to me and didn't want that to fucking happen. I yelled at him, like yelled at him. And he's never seen that out of me because I hadn't fucking lost my shit yet. And, I didn't think I ever fucking told Larry about the Tom shit or the other shit from 2023. Because there was always so much other shit. I kept forgetting everything. So yeah, I called Larry and screamed at him or yelled at him or raised my voice, whatever it was. I don't know, maybe he'll interject what he remembers from that. He did apologize and said that that was not what he told John, and that he told John that everybody manipulates. It's the intent that matters, which is so fucking true, right? Like we're we're constantly manipulating our own reality. And, I mean, that's what everybody does. But then are you like intending to fucking hurt other people in doing that? Or are you making decisions and manipulating fucking reality based on decision making and actions and all of that fucking stuff? Well, that's what we all do. We don't all run around trying to fuck everybody else up. Wasps are running into the window. Anyway, so that's what Larry said. And then I was like, well, fuck you, I'm getting off the phone. So I got off the phone. And then I don't know at what point he said this to me, but he said, Larry, the thoughts in my head are bad. Oh, he sent Larry a picture of himself that said a parting pic. So I don't know if this was the day that he maybe was going to kill himself, which I just saw the picture of, and that made me fucking throw up. Just, Larry, the thoughts in my head are bad. The thinking Nikki is manipulating me like you suggested is killing me at times, but I choose not to believe it or you anymore. I'm sorry. This is where we end. Hopefully, my ultimate end will be shortly behind. If only we had all just let him do that. Sorry, God. Okay, so that was text to Larry, and then Larry said, this is so childish of me, but it's important. Larry said, I'm not sure I understand your interpretation of our talk. Isn't that shocking? All human beings manipulate. The big question is motive, and I clarified we do not know motive here. Your conclusions do not seem accurate, but I respect your decision. And then John Futton, so tried to kill himself and all that shit. And then I sent Larry a text that told him that he tried to kill himself and all that bullshit. Anyway, so that's that. So while John keeps telling me, or did keep telling me, that Larry said that I had manipulated him, who the fuck, I don't. Anyway, Larry said that no, he did not in fact say that, and that he, Larry at least, did not know my intent, and yada yada yada. So, when I say that his counselor said, what I mean is that John says, and says his counselor said, while his counselor in fact did not say that. So it was just, which is another fucking reason not to take these nutballs to a counselor, because they fucking change the story. Not only do they change the story on you, but then they tell you what the counselor said, which was never the fuck what the counselor said. How many times did he do that with me? And then I have fucking text messages where he was he already annoying me then? In 2023, when he was telling me he was telling me that our counselor kept talking to him on the phone, which wasn't happening, and that she told him that she would sign him out of the hospital and stuff. I just needed to go pick him up. I don't know. I don't even know that that's exactly how it is, because I don't want to be called a liar and a cheater and a manipulator again by anyone fact-checking all this fucking shit. But it's something like that. And then I texted her, and she's like, no, that is not happening. I am not signing him out. I can't even sign him out. She says whatever she wants to say. Say as much as you possibly can. See if anything sticks. See if anyone believes you. See if your wife is so far gone mentally that any threat that you make is believable by her, and then she acts accordingly and stays in line every time, right? I gotta go do cat food. This is important for me because I want there to be a record out there. Clearly I look insane in a lot of these videos. Let's just say I'm 50% insane. Let's just say I started this way. The other 50% is genuinely from being with this man who played a game with my life. So at least listen to the 50% of me that wasn't insane or isn't insane or whatever the hell. And that he's a dangerous guy. God's gonna heal me. Other women are gonna be able to watch this and be like, I understand. And then look, she's better. Look at her testimony, which until very recently was pretty fucking strong. And then if she can do it, I can do it, right? I know that's gonna happen. That is gonna happen. That's the only thing that makes sense here. Where the fuck did the clouds just go? Okay, I'm gonna go feed my cats and then figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm so tired. I can't sleep for shit. That's not true. I got about 4 hours last night. And it was really good 4 hours. It was all about John, and I loved him in the dream. And he wasn't a piece of shit in the dream. I still wish he'd come home. He's not gonna. He's doing all kinds of fun shit for his birthday. That must be so nice.